All right, let's move into our tips for Bahrain. Qualifying was last night, Sydney time, so we're doing this video on Sunday before the race, and so we've seen the qualifying results, mate. And those Toyotas have been extremely quick, putting I think the first time ever they've got a 1-2 in qualifying with Trulli and Glock. And I've been sort of tipping Toyota for a while now, mate, saying, you know, I really like the look of that car and the speed of the Toyota.
I'll admit it, you just like Glock. You want Glock to bloody win.
I do, correct. And so they've done it with pole position for Bahrain, mate. So, you know, is that going to affect your tips? Do you think that they're going to do well?
Look, I think Toyota will be up there or thereabouts. I haven't picked either Toyota for the podium, to be honest with you. They're running light. And I think that will cost them with the guys breathing down their neck. But look, from a PR perspective, it was great to see a Toyota 1-2 in qualifying. You can't do any better than that.
Yeah.
But Trulli, Trulli train, if he can get in front of people, he'll hold them up. There's no doubt about that. But look, I was impressed with the pace of the Toyotas. I mean, again, they've been a quick car all season pretty much. And look, it'd be wonderful if for Toyota to grab their maiden win, but unfortunately I don't think it'll happen here in Bahrain.
Well, Vettel's in P3 and he's lighter than the two Toyotas, so, you know, for my tip, I certainly think that the Toyotas will obviously pit first, and Vettel will then, you know...
Oh, Vettel's not lighter than them. They're lighter than Vettel.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. They're lighter than Vettel. So Vettel will go further into the race and do some quick laps around the first pit stop.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
I expect Vettel then to continue on and win the race, mate. I'm calling Vettel to win, and Trulli to come second.
Okay. Well, I've picked like you. I've picked Vettel to win. I think that crucial pit stop window where the Toyotas go in is as soon as Seb gets some clear track, assuming that he's not already in the lead. But once he gets some clear track, I think he'll just blast off into the distance and put in a couple of pretty hot laps, and I think that will make all the difference. So I'm picking Vettel to win.
Yeah. And
my P2 is Jenson Button, another guy that's comparatively speaking, fairly lightly fueled. The brawn is, you know, it speaks for itself. The guy's, after 3 races, he's had 2 wins and a podium.
Yeah.
And he's coming back into his own now. He's got the bit between his teeth, and I can see brawn on the getting their 4th podium, I guess.
Yeah, I've got Button for P3 actually. So I've got Vettel to win, Trulli second, and Button third. And I think you're right, mate. That brawn is right up there, starting P4 behind Glock, I think, to start the race, and I expect Button just to have a very solid race and get on the podium. So that's my top 3, mate.
Fair enough. For my 3rd position or 3rd place, I picked Lewis Hamilton for a couple of reasons. One, because he's had a crap start to the season, and he's a little bit more comfortable in the car this weekend. They have made a slight modification to the car, which is to his liking. He's on the same fuel load for memory as Jenson Button, and I think Lewis has got a lot to prove, in particular with what's been going on in the press over the last couple of weeks, mate. And
I think he's fired up, Max.
Yeah, I do. And you know, with these elite sports people, all it takes is some negative press or some criticism to fire them up. And I'd like to see Lewis back on the podium, as I think a majority of us would. So I'm looking at him to get the bit between his teeth and get up there, mate.
Alright guys, well, we're going to have this video up just before the race, so please leave your tips for the race.
There's just one more thing I want to add as well, and one thing we haven't discussed yet was Mark Webber and Adrian Till. With the Force India screwing Mark's lap, or his hot lap, I should say. There's a lot of criticism that was levelled at Sutil, and as Mark Webber, to Sutil's credit, he went and apologised to Mark after qualifying. But to me, the fault or the blame really lies with the Force India team. Someone, I don't care who it is, but someone should have got on the radio to Sutil and told him that Webber was coming through and was on a hot lap. And I'm sorry, in this day and age in professional motorsport, to have that lack of communication has, as Mark Webber said, it's effectively screwed my race.
Yeah, I mean, he's starting P18, well, it was P19, but Settil took a 3-slot penalty.
And what's with that?
Yeah. He was already at the back anyway.
How's that work?
Yeah.
I mean, where's the penalty for Settil? Dropping him 3 places. Oh, boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Wow. He was never going to finish in the bloody points anyway. They should have slapped a fine on Force India and said, get your house together. And next time, keep an eye out. As Webber said, they would have known about 40 seconds before that I was coming through, that I was on a charge. Everyone's got a bloody bank of telemetry screens. Everyone can see, oh, sorry, not telemetry, but everyone's got a screen in front
of them.
Got all
the information
to show them where the fuck someone is. Oh, but they just forgot to tell him.
Yeah, I think VJ was
it's amateur
on the pit wall.
He was having a curry and a pie.
Yeah, he was
and a kingfisher.
He was. Yeah.
Took his eye off the ball, man. I'm a bit pissed off with that. So he's effectively fucked Webber's race. But Mark's fueled lightly. Yeah. Which you and I both discussed off camera, which we found fairly interesting. But I can see what Red Bull are doing. Obviously, they intend to make him charge up the field as much as he can to probably try and harass the guys behind Vettel, maybe to force them into a mistake.
He's going to steam up until the first pit stop and really try and get as many positions as possible.
He's going to have to.
Yeah.
He needs the points now, and I mean, starting from 18th on the grid is not a great thing. But one of the other things we discussed, mate, is there's plenty of incidents in history of Formula One of guys starting right at the back and storming through the field. So fingers crossed, Mark. I hope you stay out of the carnage, mate. And when you pass Settil, make sure you give him one of these. All right, I've had my rant. Good.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you soon for the next video.
All right, bye.
Bye.